Howdy folks, Grok the DuckFarmer here, and I'm on the FTOG Stoneblock server, sitting here in my little base area, and let's hop on up there. Ooh, little ceiling effect there. And I'm glad that it's day because I wanted to do some work with my solar array, and I have absolutely no need to come out here because I've got an advanced dislocator. Now, I was threatening to make that in the last episode, but I needed a whole bunch of things to get it going before that. But I went ahead and crafted one of these, and they're pretty easy to make once you've got all your your fusion crafting all set up to the wyvern level. So I made the dislocator, went ahead and made the advanced dislocator, and now the cool thing about this, if I crouch right-click, you can set locations. And you can just say add new, and wherever you are, you can set up a location. Now I've got home up at the solar area and to the power ball. Well, let's go to the solar area. And it takes a ender pearl to get me up here. And you can see I've done some upgrades here. Let's see, this is tier 4 and that's tier 4. And they're working very, very nicely. In fact, this has got one of those little speed modifiers on it so that it's getting the ores even faster. And this has the crystal lens still because that's what I'm mainly after, because without those crystal bits, I can't upgrade anything further. Now, looking at this right here, if I right-click on it, it's doing 106,000 RF a tick. And this supports 20. So obviously this power cell just is not going to work for moving power around anymore. What I need is something faster. So let's go ahead and do that. In fact, let's go here, switch to home, and back to home we go. And then I always like to set it back to there we go. I just crouch and then I can mouse wheel, and that gets me up to there. So I would like to go to the solar array tier 5. Let's click here. For this, I need to go ahead and do some of these ionite bits. Ionite solar cells and all the rest. But there's a whole bunch of other things that are needed, and I don't have those yet. For example, I've got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I don't have the tier 5 recipe, so let's set that up. Hey, look, there's the tier 5 recipe. Let's go ahead and grab that, and it uses this ionite. Now, tier 5 has 48 structure frames, so that means double this. So that's almost 100, but that's okay because, click here, wrong one. I've got over 200, so that's fine, and I've got the 4 that I need for this. But I can't do anything with the power yet, which is a problem. Let's go ahead and move this pattern right there. Why not? Now, the other thing is I need to go ahead and move power around better than I currently am. And as much as I love the power cells, I need to do something different. Let's go and take a look to Flux. Now, I could do draconic power fusion, not power fusion, but power transfer, but I believe it doesn't go through solids. And the problem is way up at the tippy top where I have that solar array, down to my power ball, a whole lot of solids in between, so that's not going to work. Instead, let's go ahead and do the Flux Network stuff. And it all starts with Flux. You take redstone, you throw it in fire or lava, or smelt it, and you can get this flux. Now, I need a recipe for that, which means I need a processing recipe. So that means I need some redstone. Let's get one of you, and I need some flux. I made a stack of it already. Yes, I did click you. So let's go ahead and say one of you, and just one of you. Makes me a flux. So that's the beginning pattern that I need. Next is the flux core. Okay. And for that, it's going to be just an actual recipe. So let's add that in. That's the flux core. There's also these flux blocks. And unfortunately, they're so dark, it's really hard to see against a dark background. But I need occasional flux blocks. So let's grab one of those. I need a flux plug. This is what will put the power into the network, and then the point will pull it out. And I don't need the recipe for blocks of redstone because I've got that compacting down below. And then there's this basic flux storage. Let's go ahead and make one of those too. So that's 6 recipes. Do I have a free slot? There's free ones right there. All right. What happened to the other? Oh, they got fed up into the other ones first. Okay, well, that's okay. We'll fill them up. I like to kind of spread them across. So if I'm making something that needs lots and lots, it'll go across these. So this one can be busy making flux. And where's the other one that was... No, that's black concrete. There's the... All right, well, these... there were 6. Where's flux? Pattern. Okay, one of these, and I'm probably just going right over it and not noticing it. Anyway, one of the additional bits that I did was set up a way of making black concrete. And so you can see I can craft black concrete now. Before we make the flux, let me show this off. Yay, stuff is going. This right here has the fluid transposer, and there's a crafter pointing in, and that gives it the black concrete and makes the black concrete itself. Yeah, powder into concrete. Anyway, this has lots of water because I have the sink here. And then I just went over here and set up a fluid channel where it extracts from the sink and then inputs into the enrichment chamber. Well, that's actually the fluid one, but because it's actually named enrichment chamber, it sees this as the right graphic because you can see the big round circle on it, but it has the name enrichment chamber. See, it's got the big round circle on it, but it says enrichment chamber. One of the drawbacks of having it named. But anyway, so that's been working really nicely, so I don't have to manually make those anymore because I don't want to have to do that. Other stuff. Oh, yeah. I did upgrade all of these to the chaotic, which is very nice. And several people were mentioning that these can be put on the ceiling and floor. And I was thinking, that's really cool. I always put them on walls. I never thought that they could actually go on ceiling and floor, but they can. Other thing that was mentioned was that in the corner, as we mouse over it again, single item mode active. If you crouch, right click, by default they were inactive. Now why does that still say active when I clicked it? There, now it's saying inactive and to the right. You can put an entire stack on here, but you don't need that. You want individual chunks. The recipes, like the recipe for this, you want individual pieces, not stacks of them. And so if I have a stack of stuff, here, where'd you go? Come on, pick it up. Thank you. I could just right click and it puts the individual pieces on instead of putting an entire stack of stuff. So that makes making stuff really, really easy, and I like that. All right, enough blah 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 blah. Oh, I did set this up. This is the enchanter from Extra Utilities, and I put the magical wood around it because I was lazy to make bookshelves, and that way I could get away with just these 12. Well, I could have done it with 8, but I did it with these 12, and it's made some evil infused iron ingots in here, which just is a nether star and 8 iron and then a bunch of power, and it gave me some ingots. And I decided to use one of my free energy coils on here so I don't have to move any power over here, and it works. It worked really, really well because I just told it to do it and I forgot it, and it made it for me. And we'll use that later, but probably not this episode. All right, I need to make some flux plugs because these are the ones that add energy. Flux. Let's go ahead and make 4 of these flux plugs. Let's go ahead and make 5 of these flux plugs. And it should be able to craft all of that. Go. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. Where's the 5th? I thought I told you to make 5. Oh. Oh, am I out of... No machine found. Oh, I know why. Because this is not a crafting process. That is a redstone furnace process. Now are you doing it? Okay. Schedule, no machine found. Let's cancel that one. And if I try Flux again, I have 4, but I need more than that. Let's make 1 more. And it will craft that one. Going to the yep, made it. Okay, so I had it done wrong. It was supposed to burn those in the furnace. All right, so that's 5 flux plugs to bring power in, and then I'm gonna need some power to pull this out. And let's go ahead and just make 4 of these. And it's gonna take a while to craft up those. But these, while it's doing that, let's go up to the solar array. This is where I clicked on you. Yeah, all right. And here's where this guy, I don't need him anymore because he's not really helpful. But this one, let's see if we go badonk, badink, badink, and there we go. So now I've got all, fly up there. All these are connected, and we'll put that 5th one on there too. You're not supposed to go... We'll ignore this one for right now. Takes a while to break. All right, this, I need to select a network, and I have no network, so I need to make a network. Let's go ahead and call this Grok in. So power coming, any generating power, Grok den. So this is power being generated, and so now if we take a look at the connection, no, this one here, I can go ahead and select the Grok gen, and it will transfer up to 100, and that's 250,000 RF. I wonder if I can do higher. Ooh. Can I tell it to do? Here, let's right click this thing again. And 106, 110. Can I do that? 106, 110. I don't know. I think that would be really cool if it could do that. It says it does it. Okay. I thought these were limited to a much smaller amount. Let's come around here and take this one off. Notice how it's kind of got gray borders. And this one over here has a colored border because that was the default when I created the color to make that color. And that's really, it still has that there. That's really cool. Okay, that makes me think that I can transfer infinite amount. I was thinking they were 250,000 each, so I needed 4 plus a 5th one to get that extra 6,000. This is cool. All right, let's go back to home. Vroom. Okay, so did we get the... these are the other 4. Do they stack anymore? No, they don't. Let's grab one of these flux points. And let's go to the solar area. And up here, this is the input. And I really don't need these anymore for input. Let's take you down and let's put you in place. And let's set you up. You were... oh, that's less. Okay, that's less. I'm completely messing things up. I was thinking it was 1 million and not 100,000. So this is bigger. That works just fine. Let's select a network, GrokGen, and boom, we are getting 100% of that solar array charging through. Look at that stream. And if we come up here and take a look, it's not 106, it's 102 because there's other stuff, taking power, mainly the ore generator. Oh, and just turn night, or it's turning night, and you can see the power is going down and down and down. Okay, well, I wonder if I can do a higher number on those. I don't know. Now this would be the out. So let's go ahead and grab this one. Can I set this to a higher? Can I set that higher? Close it. It does say that's 4 times higher than. Okay, that's really cool. That means I might be able to do one of these plugs and use that as my transfer. Okay, I need a new network. Let's call this Grok. Let's not do that. Let's delete everything here. This is where I've got my mouse in here and I'm deleting stuff. Why are you not working? Reset. Let's create a network. There we go. For some reason it wouldn't allow me to type stuff. Okay, Grok. We'll use the power that we have storage. So we'll call it that because, you know, why not? Okay, and so this will select the Grok use storage, and this will now feed power into whatever we need. That means I don't need these anymore either. Cool. Okay, let's go down and grab the other point. Flux. All right, grab one of these. Let's toss those back into the system. Oh wow, they really, once they've been placed on stuff, they really don't like to be used. All right, toss these into the system. We don't need those anymore. Up to the solar. That was home. That's why I want to keep saying solar. The fire tells me it's raining, but it doesn't matter. This has the power cell over here, which doesn't really need to be there anymore. Let's go ahead. Before I click this, it needs 2,000, which is not a huge amount of power. Let's go ahead and go to Grok use, because that's the right one. And what do you mean 0? What do you mean? Oh, because it's using this. I bet you. And there we go. Yep. So it was using the other one first. So now that's got all the power it can use. I wonder if I can do it. 10, 24. That's cool. I thought it was limited. Oh, okay. I'm geeking out immensely about that. So this now powers all the stuff I need. This is going in and that's going out, and okay, it's bugging me that that's over here. Let's go ahead and put you right there, and you remembered everything. Oh, let's change you to 102400. 0. So that's a heck of a lot more power, and unfortunately, because it's night, nothing's being pumped through. All right, so my power is right here. That's a lot of work to move this power all the way down to the power ball, and then out, and then back up to here just to power this. That's 1 block away. And if it weren't for the fact that this thing produces far more power than this needs, I would be okay with just hooking these right up to each other. I'd put this one block higher, and the solar array would power this up fine, but that's a lot of wasted power. So why not use it all up? And it's getting quite big, too. That's kind of cool. Okay. I'm geeking out about these. I had no idea that I could do that much with it. All right, back home. Scroll. All right. So here, I'm going to put that right there for the nonce. So I think I'm going to go through and pull out all my power cells, because I don't need those because they're limited to 20K RF per tick, and I can make these flux bits pretty fast now that I've got all this. One other thing, this is storage. I made this because I can make this, and that stores 250,000 RF, and then if I make 6 of them, I can do a Herculean flux storage, which does 12 million RF. And then if I make 6 of those, then I can make this, which is 128 million RF as storage, which is like a mini Dragon Ball down below. And I might make that, but I don't really see the need when we've got the Dragon Ball to do it, and we can push and pull the stuff pretty fast through there. I like it. I like it a lot. Okay, so we did that, and one of the things that I was looking at doing was ProjectE. It's part of the pack, and it's one of those things that requires lots and lots of time, which here, let's 4 null modifiers for the next tier, which I don't need right now. Looking at the stuff, there's tons and tons of things. Pretty much you want to start with the Philosopher's Stone, which is oh, there it is. Philosopher's Stone. I've got the stuff, except for the middle piece, which is the Ender Star from Actual Editions. Dragon's Breath. Prismarine Stone. Got all those. In fact, I have 2. Yes, there's my one other. So let's go ahead and make that Ender Star. Ooh. Oh, it didn't fill out the bottle. It just grabbed a new one. All right, so now I should be able to make the Philosopher's Stone. And it should go, da-da-da-da. There we go. Ta-da, Philosopher's Stone. And if you look at the uses of the Philosopher's Stone, no, that's R. Uses. Oh, first one. Emeralds into diamonds, iron into ender pearl, and there's a ton of different recipes that can be done with this. And then it looks like we just get all the crafting stuff in here, which is kind of strange. But so we've got the Philosopher's Stone, which is very nice. Press none to open a crafter's grid, because I disabled all that. One of the things that the ProjectE uses is EMC. And for the life of me, I don't recall what it stands for, but you can see it here. This has an EMC value of 500. Think of it as the points required to craft this. And I have no EMC whatsoever and no way of making EMC. But fortunately, we can make some EMC with these energy collectors. So let's look at what we need. We need some glowstone, glass, block of diamond, and some ferni. All right, so do I have any furnaces? I have 2 furnaces. Perfect. Well, glowstone. If I have 2 furnaces, I needed 2 of those for each. Glass, 2 of those, and diamonds. I need 2 diamonds, and let's get 2 more glowstone. One and let's just grab all that. Okay, so this should do everything I need. Let's put that like this, and we'll do a little quick crafting here in the fusion crafter area. And yes, you can put a stack of stuff in here, which is pretty cool. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is what we needed. Wait a second, is that what we needed? Yes, we did need 6, and I grabbed 8. And let's see, a diamond and 1 of those. Let's hit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A diamond. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Diamond and a block. Oh, block of diamonds. Give me that back, you. So it's more expensive. Block of diamonds. You go away, and let's get 2 blocks of diamonds, and then I need that. All right. And you notice I had the full stack of these things, or multiple stacks, or they're not stacks, but multiple items in here, and it was working just fine for putting these items in there because they're single item mode. So cool, and I'm really glad that people pointed that out, because that makes life so much easier to have that here. Right click, done. Am I lazy? Yes, I am. I don't want to watch these things sparkle and do its thing. All right, you go there and you go, doesn't matter where. Turn you on. Okay, sparkle, 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 sparkle. No, I have to wait until it starts. Start already. There we go. Right click, done. Now, these guys, they do stack. Cool. These guys are ways of just generating EMC. And let's go ahead and stick them right in the way, right there. And you can see it's just starting to generate EMC, and it will store up to however much buffer it can store here. And this looks like light level. And you can see it's not fully lit up, but if we put a glowstone on top of these things, now it's fully lit up and it's generating a little bit more light. Now, let's see, gunpowder. Let's grab a gunpowder. There are certain things, let's grab a coal. There are certain things you can put into these and it'll run through. There, see, the coal got turned into gunpowder, and then this needs some work, and the gunpowder will turn into another thing, and then another thing, as it just keeps generating more and more. I'm going to steal that out of there because I don't want to start with gunpowder. I want to start with glowstone blocks. That's what I really want to start with here, actually. If we do half and half, you can do stacks of stuff, and it'll do, even though I've got a stack of, well, a partial stack of stuff in here, it's still doing them one by one. So once it's gotten enough EMC to convert this, and let's see if that's about getting close to half, so maybe 256, maybe 512 maybe to do one of these blocks. So yeah, that's my guess as to what we're looking at. And oh, because it converted one thing, that's why it's a little bit slower. So anyway, this will slowly process and provide power, but I'm going to go ahead and break these. And do you keep stuff? You do not. And let's go up to solar. Got to scroll down solar, and I'm standing on an elevator because whoop, I went ahead and set up an area. You can see there's the bottom, just a little bit below here, and I've got a bunch of these in place just because these things need to just sit and generate over time. And I'm going to stick another one right there. If I have mathed this correctly, I have 17 of these. And I've shoved in here a bunch of the glowstone. I think it's like 3 stacks each, and you can see that once it converted the glowstone, it converted it into this Mobius fuel. And then, wow, that's gonna burn too. That's a long burn. And then once all the glowstone is done, then it'll take the next piece and sort it through. In fact, if I pull this out, what will actually happen? Okay, I was thinking it would actually, it did. It shuffles down and keeps compacting up stuff. So I'm going to, yeah, see how it keeps storage of the stuff in there, and it'll just cycle it through until it gets to the top fuel. I think it's this, the Eternus fuel, and at which point it stops. So I think after the Mobius is the Eternus, but I don't know. These are just going to run and run and run and run and run. How are we doing over here? Yeah. So it's just generating tons of this stuff. Now, I can make an energy collector Mark II, which does more. Oh, maximum generation rate, 12 EMC per second. This one, 4 EMC per second. 3 times the storage. There's also a Mark III, that's 40 EMC, 12, 4, and this holds 60 versus 30 versus 10K. So it's definitely good to get a higher end Mark III, and I think that the Mark III no longer needs glowstone on top of it. It just automatically collects enough. I'm not sure if that's a setting or what. It's been a while since I've actually looked at that setting. I just tend to just always throw some glowstone on top and not care what tier it is, and it's good. Because by the time I'm making these, I can do glowstone real easy. All right, so these I need to run for a while. Oh, to upgrade this, it's just more glowstone, no problem, and dark matter. Well, how do I make dark matter? dark matter is this Eternus fuel around a block of diamond, and I can make dark matter. Well, Eternus fuel is, oh, it's 4 of these. That's not bad, because I've got some stacks of these. I stole it from there. Stole it from there. I'm gonna upgrade this. I did this a little bit earlier today, and then I was gone for a while, and I didn't expect it to be generating these fuels these fast. I thought it was after glowstone. There were like 3 or 4 things before we got to the fuel, because it's been a while. All right, so I've got this, got the crafting. Let's go in here. Do you care which order you're in? It does not. Cool. Okay. Let's go ahead and make a stack of that. And let's make another 16 of that. Let's throw away our Philosopher's Stone. Oh, that's weird. I've never done that before. Okay, that's just bizarre. Let's take this guy. Oh, it just made a fuel, so perfect. Let's go ahead and steal you. Come to me. And let's go back to base down there. And we've got some glowstone, and we got the, oh, we need to make the fuel. And for that, oh, it's a block of diamond again. This is going to eat up my diamonds, I can tell. All right, so there's dark matter. Cool. Why did you make more? Oh, questy time. All right, and let's make this upgrade. Okay, so you go here, and then it was just glowstone. How much glowstone? Wrong one. Use. It was 7 glowstone in the dark matter. All right, 7. I can count 7. And we'll do and 3 more over here. Make. Cool. Okay. This one needs red matter, which means lots of dark matter and that stuff. I might be able to make. Let's see if we can upgrade one of these. Speed. So there's the energy collector Mark II. And if I put him down and look at the, yeah, it still doesn't have enough light, so it needs the glowstone on top, which is okay. No, I wanted to break you. Now, this needs the red matter, and so for that, I need to make 3 of the dark matters, which means I need 3 diamond blocks. All right, 1, 2, 3. I'll just surround you with this. 1, 2, 3. Give me. Oh, I don't need you. Give me. And there's my redstone matter. Do you still need? I think that probably still needs. That can just go away in there. Glowstone. My chickens have been producing a bunch of glowstone, which is good, because my guess is yes, it's in more set of glowstone. I totally did not expect to be able to upgrade these this soon. All right, so 1 of you, and then 7. So that's 4, 5, 6, 7. Make. All right, the tier 3 is really, really nice to have, and we'll start that a-going. Once these guys done. Done. Tier 3, and if we put that guy down and look at him, yeah, he no longer needs the glowstone on top, and he's going gangbusters. Oh, and he's got much bigger fuel allotment, and this is going to take a while to convert this fuel, because I'm guessing it's going to turn into this next. That's a guess. All right, so that I totally didn't expect to be able to upgrade this soon. So I'm going to go ahead and move that up there. Let's spin the wheel back to solar. And let's go down. That means I can take this off, because this guy no longer needs the Yep, it no longer needs the... Okay, words, things, stuff. It no longer needs the glowstone on top, so we can do that. Wow, look at that thing go fast. The others were taking like forever and 5 days, and this is going bananas fast. All right, so very, very nice. I need to give it some more glowstone. I think I will steal these and see about upgrading these guys manually. And make me a quick recipe to get the Eternus fuel and more glowstone into these and upgrade them. Alrighty. Why am I doing all this? Because these are fuels, and you can see the EMC values on them. There's a high amount of EMC. That's one way of starting to generate out of nothing, well, out of glowstone, some stuff that's high energy values. The next thing I really would like to do is make some of these antimatter relays, but oh, actually that's not all that expensive to make. I could do that. Ooh. I do also need to make energy condensers. I think I just need one energy condenser, and for that I need a bunch of this, which I can make, but I need the alchemical, and that's where I needed these evil infused, but I need these things. Let's make it. These, however, need an empower setup, so I'm going to go make one of those really quick. Because Actual Addition sometimes feels kind of magical, I'm setting it up over here in my Botania area, and also because there's space. So I've got the power cells here. Yeah, I could make the flux points and put those stuff here, but I already have these, and I'm not going to be using this a ton, and so they're here. Done. Deal with it. Let's go ahead and put that in the center, and these guys go around here. And if I were going to be doing... there's an actual beams going on, but there's something buggy about that. So there's the low. Anyway, I could set this up with some automation where I'm feeding in items automatically through here, but I really don't feel the need. I don't know how much more I'm going to use this. I haven't made this yet because all the things I've needed up to this point as far as empowered crystals and whatnot, I could make through chickens. So that's why I've not done anything with this up to this point. But these dusts require it, and 40 dusts is quite a lot. There's my 3 sets of dust. Done. Am I going to use that ever again? I have no idea. I'm not going to say no, but I have no idea. So I'm going to leave that over there. Let's take these things, toss them into here. I need to make the alchemical chest. I'm missing over here the evil infused iron. So there's that. Oh, something that I needed to make because I realized I hadn't was an atomic reconstructor. So that's that for the bits and whatsits I needed. Also a diamond lattice, which is diamonds here. So let's go ahead and make one. I actually have a recipe for that because I'm going to be needing that a lot in the future. Wrong thing. Why am I clicking here? No, I need to click this. Bring that in there. Alchemical chest. Done. Now, the interesting thing with the alchemical chest is you can store stuff in it. Okay, so that's not all that interesting. Whoa, stop breaking stuff. But what I do want to do is upgrade it to the energy condenser. And for that, I need to put it in the tier. I already made these guys. I need a dirt chest and a crystal chest. So dirt chest is a chest with dirt. There you go. And the crystal chest is a diamond chest with glass around it. And if we put these down, dirt chest, crystal chest. Dirt chest has one. Oh, interesting. There's a book in the dirt chest. How to use your dirt chest. Well, it's a single item dirt chest. Storing your stack of dirt in. I wonder if you can put lots and lots of dirt in there. But the interesting thing about the crystal chest is the stuff you put in here is now rendered in the world. That's not really helpful because... Ooh, will you break? Yeah, so it dropped its stuff. That's not really helpful because that means your system has to render out all those items, and if you've got lots and lots and lots of different types of items in there, all of those need to be rendered, which is painful on the client. It's just not a good thing to do. It's not a good thing to do at all. I also need to make some of these, which I can do. Oh, it's crafting time. Done. Energy condenser. So now the condenser is interesting. Wow, I'm getting quests all over the place. Because you can make stuff with this. Something that's high energy. EMC, emeralds, what's the... Dang it, this pack doesn't have EMC on that. That's a whole... Emeralds are a whole lot higher EMC. Stars. And there's 139, let's see. Actually, emeralds are a higher block value than... Or at least the block of emeralds is higher than the nether star. So we'll use that. And let's go ahead and grab Eternus fuel. So what I can do is I can tell it, make Eternus fuel for me, and then drop in my block of emeralds, and it will make the amount of Eternus fuel I needed from that. Then I can sit there and emeralds, take my block and say, okay, learn the emerald, put in my 18, and there, I just made... You can transfer things back and forth that way. No. Once you teach it something, let's see, like the nether star, you say, I want to make nether stars. That's the thing I'm really, really interested in. And that needs 139,000 EMC. And you sit there and say, well, I've got... You know, some of these things that have EMC, like this Ardite here, some of the I could make nether stars from apples if I have a whole bunch of apples going into there. I wonder. Let's grab a hopper and let's grab some apples. Okay, let's just grab one. Do you allow things to be fed into you? Oh, it does. And there's the 128 EMC. Did I just lose that? Or is that still in there someplace? Teach it. Oh, apple. No, okay. It does store that, which is cool. If I break you, and the grass behind you. That's really cool because this means I can now make stuff from this, which means this has an EMC of 74,000, and I only need to make 2 of these. Well, let's make 1. So I need block of glass and obsidian. So let's make that, and then I need glass, and I'm hoping this will be the last thing I do for today in the fusion crafter. All right, so let's go ahead and make this. All right, so you go in there. Let's move these guys down where I can access them. So you and you. I love how it really just does not matter where these guys are as long as they're within range. So that will make that. I'm going to put you down there, and I need to grab some high EMC value stuff, which I'm going to do emeralds, because I've got lots of emeralds, and I've got chickens that make emeralds, where nether stars are still harder to make. So there's my antimatter relay Mark Uno. So if I come in here and I teach it that, and now I feed it a block of these. Okay, that's way more than I need. Oh, that's a lot. I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I need 5 of these. That's it. Okay, let's pull you out. Let's teach it how to make emeralds, and let's feed the rest of them in. But isn't that so much easier? So much easier, and it's a little bit lower than what I need. So let's teach it to make individual emeralds and get the rest out. Yeah, so that's 8, and so now 14. If I care, I can pull out the rest. But so you can see, once I made one, I was able to make a lot more of these. Mark II just needs the dark matter. Let's explain why I want to keep breaking dirt. Let's go back upstairs. All I need is 1 emerald block. And get rid of the rest there. Alright, I need to go back upstairs. That's why I wanted to take a look at this. Still set, it's not set up. Solar, go to solar, hop down. Alright, so I need to move this about a little bit. And it's really, really annoying that when I'm flying in the air, it's so much harder to break locks. But that's okay. All right, so let's move it over to here. 1, 2, 3 over. 1, 2, 3. That should work. Okay. Let's see that. Antimatter relay is going to go here, and then my energy condenser is going to go there. Am I thinking this right? I think so. And let's steal this guy. Are you building stuff? Oh, alchemical coal block. Oh, so it is doing some other stuff. All right, so let's break you. Doink. Come to here. These can now go away because I don't need these. Oh, come on. Stop being laggy. Alright, so if I put this on here, see, this is going into here. I'm missing something. Energy condenser, or do I need the Mark II energy condenser? It's been a while since I've done this. I thought the energy condenser would work. See, this is feeding into here, which I thought would go into here. And then I could teach this something. Oh, okay. It is working. So I am taking the power from here. Technically, since that's a Mark III, it doesn't need the glowstone. But this is gathering EMC out of nothing. And it's feeding it to the relay, which is feeding it to my condenser. And so once I generate 147,000 EMC, it'll make me a block of emerald. Now, I've got 4 more of these energy. Am I too close? Nope. I'm not too close. So I've got 4 more of these energy relays here. And let's come over here. Start breaking these guys. Like crazy. Do I still have tons of glowstone on me? I am going to upgrade these guys, but let's put one on top of all of these and then surround these guys. Oh, I missed it. And put you right there. Now we need glowstone on these because they are not high enough. But when they get upgraded, I will do that. And if we come down here and take a look, it's going up faster. Not as fast as they're all Mark IIIs, but they are definitely going up faster making my blocks of emeralds. Although, let's take that out and let's make Mobius fuel. Will you not make Mobius fuel for me? All right, let's... Okay, I think it was... Okay, it will make the fuel. This, I think, is far more useful for me at this point. Let's actually upgrade this. I need 4 of these. New Eternus fuel. That's a better use of my resources. There we go. Oh, it just sucked up that stuff. So I can feed this in there and get the Eternus fuel that I'm really looking for. Cool. All right, that's a better deal. Why are you? Oh, I cannot put that in. Oh, I can if I shift click it in. Okay, that means I can take this glowstone and feed that in there too. Cool. I've not done that before. I've only had it generate emeralds and whatnot. Anyway, so let's grab the rest of this stuff because they're all energy, and I really don't need all that energy there for right now. Oh, got stuff still scattered around. All right, go away. I need those. All right, so now you go here and you go here, and we need one back here. And if I had some Mark IIIs, I could put them underneath. 1, 2, 3, 4 more. Oh, I need one more here. So once I make Mark IIIs, I can put them underneath. These 4 guys will need to become Mark IIIs. Well, they're all going to become Mark IIIs, but they can go underneath and they don't need the glowstone on top. And that would still give me access to this energy collector right there. In fact, these actually still work slowly. So I'm going to stick them right here anyway. So they very little of the sunlight is working on them, but this is going like gangbusters. All right, so pull you out, let you stop. So you can see it's generating fuel for me, which is exactly what I'm looking at. And then this is what people call the flower power flower, because it looks kind of like a flower all feeding into the, what are they, the relays into the energy condenser, and now I'm getting free EMC as it's generating stuff for me, which is mighty nice. All of this stuff can go away. I don't need all this glowstone in here. And I don't need that block of red emerald either. So this is going to generate EMC for me, which is mighty, mighty nice. Now let's just, I'll clean that up later. This needs to be decorated because it's butt ugly at this point. But I have me a really cool power flower getting EMC for me. I'm going to upgrade them all to the tier 3 Mark III energy condensers, and the relays, those are all going to get upgraded to the Mark III as well, and that should be generating for me the maximum amount of EMC. I may have it make nether stars for me, just because I have a need for a lot of those, and they're fairly dense in power, and so I can do that, and just let it run. This is going to run like crazy here, making the EMC, because there's going to be needs for that in the future, and needs for nether stars. If we take a look at nether star, I am going to need, yes, here's the nether star. I can make compressed nether star. Let's use this extreme crafting. See how some of these silly recipes need tons and tons of stuff, but what was the thing I was looking for? The compressor. No, nether star, the block of nether stars. All right, back to here. What can I do with you? this extreme crafting. Look at the make this, use this. There we go. There are 21 pages of recipes here for this. These things here, infinity catalysts. Take a look at how many things use infinity catalysts. Some of them, and this is what it takes to make an infinity catalyst, which means I need an iron singularity. I need a singularity of each one of these things, and the iron singularity is a neutronium compressor. I need 12,000 blocks of iron to make a single iron singularity, and that with all of these will give me an infinity catalyst, which will give me the possibility of making these items. Holy cow. There's a ton of this stuff. What is the infinity block used for? Yes, I'm going to use that for making a tool forge. Yeah, that's certainly going to happen. Anyway, there's a ton of things that need a lot of patience with the high-end ProjectE stuff, some of that, the really complex crafting stuff. There's a lot of stuff, but we'll get there. And we got this going here right now in a very ugly room, but that's okay. Anyway, this has been Grok, the DuckFarmer here, messing around on the Stoneblock server and having a blast. And thanks for watching. Bye.